Have you ever wondered why some people seem to enjoy testing our resilience? They treat the respect we deserve as a luxury item. They interrupt us while we're speaking, make sarcastic remarks, or view our emotions as worthless, leaving us to wonder, should I just put up with it and laugh it off? If you're tired of having to accept such disrespectful behavior, today we're going to discuss 5 practical and effective ways for you to defend yourself without losing your cool. Right now, let's dive into each method. I'll provide both analysis and specific solutions. By the time you finish watching this video, you'll have the tools to set clear boundaries, making it clear to everyone around you where the line cannot be crossed. Before getting into the details of the 5 solutions, we need to understand the core issue. Why do others exhibit disrespect? Some do it intentionally to hurt us, some do it unintentionally, and some have simply developed a negative habit. But regardless of the reason, allowing them to continuously trample over your personal boundaries is unacceptable. The purpose of these 5 solutions is to help you regain control. We don't encourage retaliation, as that would only burn your positive energy. Instead, we'll learn how to protect your self-worth and maintain inner calm. Let's dive into the first solution. Solution 1. The silent gaze. This is perhaps the simplest yet highly effective approach. When someone attacks or disrespects you, we often have the urge to retaliate immediately and try to prove ourselves right. That's a natural reaction. However, a subtle but incredibly powerful counterattack strategy is to simply look at them calmly and peacefully. It may sound too gentle, but in reality, this is a psychological attack. The person disrespecting you usually expects you to react with anger or negativity in order to engage you in their game. But when you simply look at them without displaying any fear, panic, or explanation, the power dynamics completely reverse. It's as if you're holding up a mirror, allowing them to truly see themselves. Under the weight of your silent gaze, they'll gradually realize they cannot control or shake your composure. The silent gaze then becomes an unspoken message. I'm not participating in your game. I have value, and I won't allow you to disturb my peace. The first practical step before using the silent gaze is to create inner calm. Take a deep breath, slow your heart rate. This will help you maintain a serene expression. Secondly, maintain eye contact for a few seconds, keeping your gaze gentle but firm on the person disrespecting you. Avoid being overly forced or aggressive. This attitude conveys that you are not rattled by their words or behavior. Thirdly, remain silent and don't try to interrupt or respond. Your silence will create an awkward void, forcing the other person to confront their own actions. A simple example: if you are not good at cooking, you might feel comfortable just eating out or making easy meals like instant noodles. But if you try cooking a new dish, you will realize that beyond the occasional failure, there is also a lot to learn. The dish might not turn out great the first time, but with each attempt, your skills will improve. This not only helps you become a better cook, but also builds patience and problem-solving abilities. Just like exercising or learning a new skill, stepping out of your comfort zone brings challenges. But these very challenges are what create learning and growth opportunities. And you know what? Growth is not always easy. Sometimes it is painful. But those tough moments make you stronger. You can't build muscles without lifting weights, and you can't develop yourself without facing challenges. The dangers of staying in the comfort zone. You might think, living in my comfort zone isn't wrong. Why should I take on unnecessary difficulties when life is already stable and fulfilling? Everything is fine, so why change? But in reality, clinging to your comfort zone is an injustice you impose on yourself, one that you may not even realize. The comfort zone provides a sense of security and ease, and who doesn't enjoy that feeling? Sitting on the couch, watching your favorite movie, eating chips, and scrolling through social media feels amazing. But the problem is that this comfort is temporary, while the long-term consequences of not stepping out of your comfort zone often go unnoticed. If this continues, the comfort zone will not only cause stagnation, but could also lead to regression. Have you ever noticed that when you do the same thing repeatedly, like eating your favorite dish or rewatching old TV shows, at some point these things stop bringing joy? Instead of enjoyment, you start feeling bored. Your comfort zone is no longer a safe haven, but a trap, stripping away novelty and challenges from your life. Imagine someone who fears social situations. They struggle to meet new people, so they choose to avoid social gatherings. At first, being alone feels comfortable and safe. But over time, as they continue avoiding social interactions, their comfort zone shrinks. Even meeting close friends starts feeling difficult. And eventually, they might not want to meet anyone at all. There's a paradox. The more you try to keep yourself comfortable, the more discomfort you will experience in the future. Fear doesn't disappear when you avoid it. It grows. Like a compressed balloon, the longer you ignore it, the bigger it gets. If you never confront your fears, they don't vanish. They become harder to overcome. This is just like muscle loss when you don't exercise. When you stop challenging yourself, your ability to handle life's unexpected challenges also weakens. Growth happens outside the comfort zone. Many people believe that the comfort zone is just one single place. Wrong. In reality, we have multiple comfort zones in different areas of life. You might push yourself hard at the gym, but fear talking to strangers. You might be working on improving your cooking skills, but stagnating in your office job. You might be comfortable in your relationships, but afraid of making big life changes. Each of us has different areas that need improvement. The key is recognizing where you need growth and taking action. If you have identified an area you want to improve, here are 3 simple but effective ways to step into your growth zone. 1. Do it more consistently. You don't need to make big leaps, just practice a little each day. If you want to improve your writing, write for 15 minutes a day. At first, it may feel awkward, but over time you will be amazed at your progress. 2. Increase the intensity. If you're used to running 3 kilometers a day, try 5 kilometers. If you're comfortable with basic conversations, try engaging in deeper discussions. 3. Extend the duration. Success doesn't happen overnight. Be patient. If you're learning guitar, add 10 more minutes to your practice sessions. If you're learning a new language, commit for months instead of giving up after weeks. Final thoughts. Growth happens where discomfort begins, but you don't have to take huge steps immediately. Start small. What matters is that you dare to step out of your comfort zone and believe in your ability to improve. Not all challenges are worth pursuing. Choose ones that bring long-term benefits, such as learning a new skill, maintaining a healthy diet, saving, and investing. These challenges require sacrifice, patience, and discipline, but they are worth it. Why embrace challenges? Because every effort you make today is an investment in a better future. A meaningful life doesn't just happen. It is built one step at a time, every time you push past hesitation and move forward. Imagine you are climbing a mountain. At first, you just want to stop and catch your breath. But with each step, no matter how exhausting, you get closer to the summit, where a breathtaking view awaits. The feeling of standing up there, looking back at the path you've traveled, is the well-deserved reward for all the effort you've put in. Do not mistake facing challenges for making things unnecessarily difficult for yourself. Not all difficulties bring benefits. Choose challenges that have the potential to create positive change in your life. Choose meaningful goals. Focus on what truly matters to you and what you want to improve. For example, if health is your top priority, start small. Take a walk every day or choose a healthier diet. Steps to take. 1. Plan step by step. Don't try to do everything at once. Break big goals into smaller, manageable steps. Each small step forward is a victory, helping you build confidence. 2. Reward yourself for completing a challenge. Don't forget to give yourself a well-deserved reward. This helps maintain motivation and makes the journey more enjoyable. 3. Look beyond the initial discomfort. Remember that discomfort is temporary. Once you overcome it, the long-term rewards will overshadow any difficulties you once faced. By doing something difficult every day, you not only improve your skills or health, but also develop an essential quality, resilience. This helps you face bigger challenges in the future without feeling overwhelmed. Remember that every small step contributes to the bigger journey of your life, and if you feel tired, remind yourself that the most valuable things always require the greatest effort. So, what difficult thing will you choose to do today to move closer to the best version of yourself? Warning about the danger zone. The saying, "greed leads to downfall," is exactly what happens when we recklessly push beyond our comfort zone without thinking. There is a zone that few acknowledge, but that absolutely exists: the danger zone. This is where, instead of growing, we end up dragging ourselves down. To understand this better, imagine that your comfort zone is your cozy bed. Your growth zone is the gym, and the danger zone is when you attempt to lift weights heavier than your own body. Of course, the only result is that you'll end up lying on the floor with a painful back. Why do we often fall into the danger zone? Simply because sometimes enthusiasm turns into recklessness. Everyone wants quick success, but not all efforts yield the desired results. Take overtraining as an example. You start with superhero-like determination, lifting weights and running every day until exhaustion. But instead of gaining muscle, you end up tearing them. Overworking? You dive into work 16 hours a day, convincing yourself this is the way to success, only to find yourself burned out, sleep-deprived, and unable to even remember which company you work for. The danger zone is not a place for the wise, yet it is strangely tempting because we sometimes believe that more is always better. In reality, sometimes less but consistent is the true key to success. A friend of mine made this exact mistake. Like many others, he was determined to change his life. One fine day, he declared, "I will completely transform myself. I'll go to the gym daily, cut out all sugar, and become the healthiest person in my group." It sounded ambitious, but within a week, he was so exhausted that even holding chopsticks became a challenge. After a month, he was back on the sofa, hugging a bag of cookies, saying, "Forget it, let's just live in the moment." See, trying too hard, too fast, often leads to rapid failure. How to avoid falling into the danger zone? Failure is not the worst thing in a self-improvement journey. The real danger is how failure can convince you that you can't change, that you have no hope. Imagine you're trying to start running. On the first day, you set a goal of 10 kilometers, but after 500 meters, you collapse, gasping for breath. The initial excitement turns into a painful reminder that you're not ready. So you give up, not just on running, but on self-improvement altogether. So how do we step out of our comfort zone effectively, operate in the growth zone, yet avoid the danger zone? The solution is simple. Don't be a hero, be a strategist. No one expects you to jump straight from the couch to running a marathon. The key is gradual change, small but steady steps. Think of it this way: you don't need to build a castle in a day, you just need to lay one solid brick daily. For example, if you want to exercise, don't start with intense Olympic-level workouts. Instead, try walking for 15 minutes daily or doing a few basic yoga poses. If you want to improve your diet, don't cut out all sugar and carbs at once. Instead, replace one snack with fruit or slightly reduce your sugar intake. Remember, small changes do not mean they are insignificant. Like choosing oatmeal over donuts for breakfast, this small difference accumulates into a significant impact over time. More importantly, small changes are easier to maintain, and when you sustain them, you build confidence in yourself. This is crucial because if you don't believe in yourself, who else will? Rest and balance, the secret of long-lasting warriors. You don't have to live like a warrior, constantly facing challenges. Breathe deeply and relax a little. Everyone needs moments to retreat into their comfort zone. Yes, I talked about doing something difficult every day, but that doesn't mean you have to be a superhero, pushing yourself relentlessly in every aspect of life. Expanding your limits isn't about constant struggle. Some days all you need is to slow down, sip a cup of coffee, and appreciate what you've already achieved. That's how you balance pushing yourself and preventing burnout. Think of personal growth like jumping rope. You can jump high and fast for a while, but if you don't stop occasionally, you'll trip and fall. For sustainable growth, you need a rhythm between pushing forward and recovering. First, challenge yourself. Learn a new skill, lift a heavier weight, or try something slightly outside your comfort zone. But then, take time to step back, enjoy your newly expanded comfort zone, and let yourself adjust. Rest is not failure. Many successful people admit they reached their peak, not by working non-stop, but by knowing when to recharge. Even Einstein was famous for his power naps that sparked brilliant ideas. If a physics genius needed sleep, then taking a break is hardly a crime. Final thoughts. The key to self-improvement success doesn't come from dreams alone. It comes from consistent, small daily actions. If you find it hard to start, don't worry. You don't need to make drastic changes immediately. Just start small. Read a few more pages of a book, write a few lines in a journal, or challenge yourself with something you think you can't do. Every time you do something difficult, no matter how small, you build confidence. Today, you read a chapter. Tomorrow, you finish the whole book. Today, you complete one workout. Tomorrow, you're stronger. Imagine yourself in 6 months or a year. If you patiently improve just a little each day, you will become a version of yourself that you are proud of. So don't wait. Don't wait for tomorrow or perfect conditions. Think of something you want to improve, something challenging but meaningful, and just take one small step today. You'll be surprised at what you can achieve. If you found this useful, share it to spread motivation. And remember, every day is an opportunity to become a better version of yourself. Fighting,